Hey, it's me, GV, and welcome to this week's Sup Saturdays, ladies and gentlemen. Well, to my left, there's a little kitty here, and I'm going to show you her. I think it's no spoiler if you look at the title. Come here, little baby. This, ladies and gentlemen, is my brand new kitten, Yen. Not named after Yennefer from The Witcher, actually named after Targaryen from Game of Thrones and A Song of Ice and Fire. And I wish, like, this cat is like so sweet and friendly, but she's just not in a holding mood right now. She's like trying to struggle. So I'm gonna let her roam free. I was hoping that literally before I recorded this, they were I just kind of tapped her in the head a little bit, and she just immediately went like pawed my hand like no. Yeah, literally right before I started recording, she was just jumping onto my chair and like snuggling up and everything, but now she's like, I don't want any more of that. You know how cats are. They get their fill of love, which is not a lot, and then they immediately just leave. But that is Yen. She's beautiful, and she is my new kitten. Oh shoot, did I say one kitten? Yeah, no, I actually have two. Look, a little Greyjoy there. Yeah, he's a handsome devil. Yeah, I adopted actually two kitties. They're brother and sister. This one's named Greyjoy because obviously he's gray. And again, I want to show you guys more of them, but they're not wanting to be held right now. They're fighting like under the bed, and they kind of want to do their own thing. But this is Greyjoy. He's a very handsome kitty. He's got some awesome like tiger markings on him. I'm gonna go ahead and let him go. Yeah, both Greyjoy and Yen are named after a Game of Thrones or A Song of Ice and Fire. Targaryen is the dragon great house, and Greyjoy is the kraken great house. I think it's a great house anyways. It's not as big, but it's still a great house, I think. And I love the name. You know, I was thinking like, well, I want to call him Greyjoy because that's a really cool name. I've always liked the term Greyjoy. And he's gray, obviously, and I was like, what could I name Yen? You know, she's black and she has a very pretty coat, and I was like, none of the great houses kind of stand out to me. But then I thought, Yen at the end, you know, Targaryen. And yeah, and plus it serves as kind of like a dual reference to Yennefer from The Witcher 3, which we're currently wooing in my Let's Play. Yeah, those are my kitties, and this Sup Saturdays is not going as I wanted because they're just, like I said, not wanting to be held, but they're the sweetest things ever, and literally up until this point of recording, they like would not have cared whatsoever how much I would hold them in front of y'all. So yeah, basically I answered, look how cute she is. She's like, I'm done with this shit right now. Maybe a little bit later, but not right now. Yeah, basically I answered a Craigslist ad. There were these two kitties, and I fell in love with their pictures instantly. And the people were gonna come here to where I live, which was gonna make it so much easier because they posted the ad kind of far away. And I was like, okay, well, got a cat hair in my mouth. I was like, okay, well, that's perfect. But then they couldn't do that because their friends canceled where they were gonna stay, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, well, shoot, I really like the look of the kitties, you know, if they're okay, if nothing's wrong and anything like that, I'm fine with making the drive. So I took the drive. It's pretty long, and I met them in a Starbucks parking lot. I was gonna meet them at their house, but I looked it up, and it looked like Murdertown, USA, because it was in the woods. Not that it is, but you know. And so we met there, and I was getting freaked out because they were texting me, and they were keeping, you know, great communication. And then when I got there, they just kind of went dark. And they said they're, you know, like 20 minutes passed after the point when they said they were going to be there. And I was starting to freak out like, oh God, it's been such a hard process getting some kitties. You know, is this like a prank? Are they pulling a prank on me to get me to drive up here? And that would have sucked. I would have felt so bad. But no, they just lost cell reception in that parking lot for whatever reason. So we met up, and they gave me the kitties, and Greyjoy's right over here. And I'm going to grab him before he darts. Yeah, it looks like now they're like, okay, fine, now you can hold us, because they're not under the bed fighting. So yeah, I got the two kitties, and then the whole entire way back, they were in the pet carrier that I bought for them, and I just kept wanting to look at them because they were so cute and they were meowing the whole way, but the sun was glaring and it wouldn't let me look at them. And I was like, oh, let me look at my kitties. So eventually, when I got back into my town, I unzipped the bag so I could pet them because they're, you know, meowing a lot. And I just unzipped it a tiny little bit, and on the Craigslist ad, they described Yen as being the adventurous, fearless one, and sure enough, like in no time at all, she was able to get herself out of the bag and like exploring my car, and luckily I hit the city so I wasn't driving fast, so I had to pull into a parking lot and put her back in. But yeah, as soon as I saw them, I was like, I would literally not want any other two cats ever. I love that it's a, you know, they're brother and sister. They both got entirely different personalities. Yen is much sweeter, and like she already loves me in my opinion, and Greyjoy does too in his own way. But I've heard that male cats are much more receptive to adult females, and female cats are much more receptive to adult males. I don't know if that's true, but that is totally the case now. Like Yen is an absolute sweetheart, and she's already hopped into my lap while I'm editing and stuff, and just sit there as I pet her. So these kitties are wonderful, and I could have not asked for better kitties. In fact, I didn't get any sleep last night at all because these two guys were cuddled up and, you know, looking so cute on my bed, and they would come over and cuddle with me in the night, and literally 3 times when I was trying to get sleep, they just like kind of ran at me and started meowing at the same time, as if to say like, no, you can't go to sleep, you gotta play with us some more. They've literally been playing with each other the entire time. I mean, I just love this kitty so much. Both of them, look how cute. I mean, she doesn't look as cute when I hold her like this, but if you guys saw her like head on normally as I do, yeah, they're both really great cats, and I have a soft spot for Yen right now because I originally wanted a female kitty, but I love them both. And yeah, I just didn't get any sleep because I didn't want to rustle them, and they were taking up like my pillow and sleeping on there. And then yeah, they woke me up like 3 times, not to go to the bathroom, not to get food or water or anything, just literally to be like, pet us, pet us. And I was like, okay. And then I tried to get some sleep, but yeah, I was up all night, and I was just like, okay, let's just be up. And I've been playing with them ever since. So yeah, those are my 2 kitties. Yeah, Greyjoy and Yen, both named after A Song of Ice and Fire and Game of Thrones. You know, I don't know if I mentioned this because I had to re-record all of this because my mic wasn't on, but I've read all the books, plus I've seen all the show, you know, multiple times, so it's not as cringy as if I just watched the show and then named my cats after great houses. I'm huge on Game of Thrones and A Song of Ice and Fire, so I love their names and I love them. Seriously, I could have not asked for 2 better kitties. They haven't been to the vet yet, so that's the next step. In fact, at the time of recording this, probably going to take them tomorrow, make sure everything's okay. I need to get them spayed and neutered and get them their shots and microchipped and all that good stuff. So that's what's next. But these kitties are awesome, and hopefully once they warm up just a little bit more, I can show you guys more of them because they clearly do not want to be held at this point in time. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. There's going to be much more Yen and Greyjoy to come, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.